So the interpolation answers the two uh, uh, two basic questions that were raised. What is the criteria of seeking approximation? So that is exact match is required, and the location where that criteria is to be imposed, that is at the data pairs at the nodes of interpolation. And then the available information at the nodes, it can be either function values and not either. Function values are of course required. In addition to function values, we may make use of additional information such as function derivatives and different derivatives, different orders of derivatives, if those are available. And different strategies are required for accommodating available information in the construction of approximating functions over the desired range of independent variables. So as you can probably guess, if it is only the function value, then we have some way of working with data. If it is both function values and the derivatives, different orders of derivatives, then we have a different way of working with data or how using this information that is available. Right. So these uh, lead to different kinds of approximation models or interpolation models, and we will see some of those in our further discussions. And these will be used eventually when we come to finite element modeling. So the interpolation model for a function takes the form of f hat. If I am looking at number of, let's say this is f hat n. N is the distinction of nth degree polynomial. If ni is what we are looking at, is if it is polynomial. So summation of n plus 1 number of points defined by the function values at xi. So ni is some function associated with each node of data point. So this data are specified at xi, the nodes of interpolation, and for each node, for associated with each node of interpolation, there is a function, specific function. Let us call it ni sub I. So the interpolation model, this hat represents is used to distinguish it from the real function. So the function f of x is approximated as nth degree polynomial in x, right? So this is what we are approximating. So the function is approximated as an nth degree polynomial. So why nth degree polynomial? Because the data is specified at n plus 1 number of points. So an nth degree polynomial can be uniquely defined, which can pass through or which can exactly satisfy the requirement of exact match at n plus 1 number of points. So that is how nth degree polynomial comes into being. So exact agreement between the approximate function f n hat of x and the sample data f of xi at the nodes xi is required. Now how does that happen? How will what will force this approximation to evaluate to f of xi when evaluated at xi by one look at this expression will tell you that if I can choose these functions ni, x such that ni evaluates to unity when evaluated at xi, then there is some hope, and then ni should also vanish at other nodes of interpolation. So ni should not contribute to anything, should not disturb anything at xj. Right? So ni should vanish at xj for all nodes other than ith node. Right? If that happens, then this requirement is identically satisfied. Exact match criteria is identically satisfied. And that is what we have as interpolation condition. The interpolating functions, these functions ni of x, they are known as the interpolating functions. And these interpolating functions should satisfy the condition that ni corresponding to ith node, interpolating function associated with ith node when evaluated at jth node, some other node, then that it should evaluate to delta ij. This delta ij is known as Kronecker delta, and it's a symbolic representation, just a shorthand representation. All that it does is it takes the value of 1 when I is equal to j, integer indices i and j, and it vanishes when I is not equal to j. So a very succinct notation for conveying the requirement of interpolation model. So if I speak out in so many words, interpolating function associated with node I should evaluate to unity at node I and should vanish at all other nodes I not equal to j. So that is the basic requirement of polynomial of interpolation. Now, if ni can be defined as a polynomial, if I can choose it as a polynomial, then it is very convenient. The polynomial is the first choice because it is very convenient and it is an infinite family. I can keep on adding more and more degrees without ever any need to bother whether these are linearly independent or not. Polynomial terms are always going to be linearly independent. They are guaranteed to be linearly independent. That's how they are defined. So zeroth degree term is a constant term, linear term is x, quadratic term is x square. There is no way any x square variation can be obtained by any kind of linear combination of a constant term and a linear term. Right? If I scale it by constant term and multiply it by constant term, I shift it by a constant term, no matter what I do, quadratic variation can never be achieved. So quadratic term adds an independent information. So polynomials, they are very convenient linearly independent basis, and lower degree polynomials, as we saw in the case of sine wave approximation, they